Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. Welcome to Muhammad Amir Zia Math Academy. Today I am going to teach you about the solution of any quadratic equation by completing square method. So what is the completing the square method? Uh, this is the method used to any quadratic equation by changing the form of the equation uh, so that the left side is a perfect square. So here this completing the square is a formula or method. It required to convert any quadratic equation into a perfect square and with some additional constant. Now there are some steps that we should follow while doing to solve any quadratic equation by this method. So the first step is you need to write the quadratic equation in standard form. So write quadratic equation in standard form. The second step is divide both sides by the coefficient of x square if it is other than 1. So divide both sides by the coefficient of x square if it is other than 1. If it's 1, then it's okay, no need to do this step. This third step is to shift the constant term on the right side. So we shift constant to right. And the fourth step, we take the half of the coefficient of x. So we take half of coefficient of x and then squaring it and add it to both sides. Square it and add it to both sides. And then write the left hand side as a perfect square and simplify the right hand side. And at last we take the square root of the sides of the equation and then we find the value of x. So last step we need to write the left side as a perfect square. So perfect square mean like we write them like a plus b or a minus b whole square, and we just do simplify the right hand side, and at last we take square root on both sides and then we get the value of x. So in this way we can solve any quadratic equation by just follow these steps. So let me give you a simple example. Okay, let's suppose we have an equation. Let's say 4x square plus 3x minus 2 equals 0. No, we need to solve this equation by using the completing square method. So the first step, we write the equation in standard form, which is already in standard form. If we compare it, this is the standard form of any quadratic equation. Now, the second step, we need to divide both sides by the coefficient of x square. So we divide both sides by the coefficient of x square, which is 4. So just divide both sides by 4. So just need to simplify it. We get x square and we get 3 over 4x and we get negative 1 over 2 equals 0. Okay, the third step, we need to shift the constant term. So here we have negative 1 by 2 minus 1 over 2 is our constant term. So we shift it to the right side. so it will become plus 1 over 2. And then we take the coefficient, half of the coefficient of x, which is 3 over 8, and then we take the square of it and add them to both sides. So we add 3 by 8 square to both sides. So here is the thing, when you add this term to both sides, the left hand side, this side, become a perfect square. So we will write them as a perfect square, like a plus b whole square. And the right hand side we just simplified, so 1 over 2 plus, we take the square of numerator and denominator, so 3 square 9 and 8 square is 64. Now we need to simplify it. So here we have x plus 3 over 8 whole square equals to, we just take the LCM, which is 64, so we get 9 plus 32, and this way we get 41 over 64. Now the last step, we need to take the square root on both sides. So square root of both sides will be, so if we take the square root of this, we will get x plus 3 over 8 equals to, it will become plus minus square root of 41 divided by square root of 64 is 8. Now in this way we can get the value of x. So we shift this term to the right side and it will be negative 3 over 8 plus square root plus minus square root of 41 divided by 8. So we get two possibilities, like negative 3 over 8 plus square root 41 over 8. So we just take the LCM, we get negative 3 plus square root of 41. So this is our first answer, the value of x. And if we take the negative value, we will get minus 3 minus square root of 41 divided by 8. So this is the second solution value. So this is how we can solve any quadratic equation by using the completing square method. Thank you.